Hey kids, this is Jack, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. Once again, we're doing the single-size zoo. That's where I create a small zoo based on one or two animals. We're going to do a slightly different one than we did in the last one. The last time we did aardvarks. This time, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. Let me get a drink of water real quick. This time, what we're doing is we're going to be doing reptiles, which means we're probably going to have up to 4 habitat species. I'm not going to do the crocodilians. I'm not going to do the gharials or the caimans or the crocodiles because I did those in my Adventure Jungle Zoo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on the smaller reptiles. So that's up to 4 habitats and a whole bunch of exhibits. I think it's going to work out just fine. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome aboard. If you're a regular, welcome back. Glad to have you here regardless, and I'm thankful that you're watching my stuff. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm going to start by laying out some path. Now, for this zoo, what I decided to use was the Herringbone Path. I think it just stands out pretty well against the green, and it just looks pretty good. I mean, look at that. That's not bad for a path, right? It looks like bricks. Reminds me a little bit of my grandfather's driveway. My grandfather, a man by the name of Vernon Sylvester Butler, he was a mason and a bricklayer, and that's what he did for a living before he retired. Well, back when I was a kid, when I was very young, the city of Apopka, Florida, which is one of the towns that's local to me, was replacing all of their streets. Back in the 1800s, they had paved all their streets with these red bricks, and they were finally laying down asphalt. Well, my grandfather found out that basically they were, what they were doing with the old bricks was just throwing the stuff away. They weren't actually doing anything with it at all. So he went and found out where they were throwing them away and collected himself up a bunch of bricks and paved his own driveway with them. And I always thought that was kind of cool because that's like the definition of resourceful, So anyway, now let's do this first. So I grew up in a house when I was very young. I grew up in a house that had a paved brick driveway. And it was all because the city of Apopka, Florida, got rid of their brick streets. I always thought that was kind of cool. I wonder. All right. Is that what I want? Excuse me for continually coughing. I have something. I've got like something stuck in the back of my throat. I can't get rid of it. Yeah, that'll work. That will work indeed. Okay. So. Do I want to use brick? You know what? Let's review the other building materials. No. Australian might work. Australian wood. Yeah, you know what? Let's use this. All right. Is that lined up? I wonder. Yeah. Okay. There we go. This is going to work. All right. Let's smallify that grid size. Sorry for not talking a lot. Anyway, so yeah, you know, that brick paving reminds me a lot of my childhood. Isn't that cool? So, what I'm doing here, as if it wasn't obvious, is I'm building walls. And my ultimate goal is to effectively build a giant reptile house. It's not going to be like a giant reptile house. You know, we're not talking about giant reptiles naturally, but it's going to have, it's going to be central to the to the idea of the zoo I'm putting together. Of course, I am using, you know, obviously I'm including windows, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see. Okay. Right. Okay. And then we'll just put those in right there. Now, we can put these down. You know, this can go back to 4. All right. That's going to look a little odd. But it'll work. I think I made it too big. I might have made it too big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I made it way too big. You know what? Hold on. We can fix this. We have the technology. We can fix this. You know what? I was right the first time. Yep, this is going to work. This is what I wanted. Okay, so all right, we have it like so, right? Yes. Okay. Alrighty, let's get back to the Australian wood. Very carefully, we're going to place this. And because I want it to match up perfectly. Now, naturally, it's not going to, but I'm going to try and do it as much as possible. Now, do I want that or do I want, you know what, I think I want this. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I want this. All right. Alrighty. So, all right, that's not going to fit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not going to be precisely it, but it will do. It will do. Yes, it will do. There is no way to fill that hole, is there? All right. That's okay. Nope, there is no way to do it. All right. Nope, 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 nope. Let's widen this out to 4. You'll begin to see what I'm doing here in a moment, I'm sure. Let's do that. Or maybe you won't. I mean, either is a possibility, I'll be honest. And let's bring this up. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it will. Okay. And then we'll add this one. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you know what? It'll work. Okay. What I'm basically doing here is I'm building turtle habitats for the giant tortoises. They really don't require a lot of room. And besides, I've got their... I did the thing where you turn off their a lot of their needs, so they should be okay. In any case, I'm going to do this, and we're actually going to do something unusual in that we're going to have both species of giant tortoise in the same habitat. I know that's, most people don't do that, but it'll work. It really will. All right. All right. Yeah. This is actually going exactly to plan, except for this corner, and that corner is beginning to bug the crap out of me. Do we have a column of some sort here that we could use? Maybe that, or that. No, it's not that thick. Okay, I need something bigger, something thicker. Let's go to the trusty Asian pillar, the one that can be repainted, because that's like a utility infielder. Yeah. I mean, maybe we won't even have to paint it in this case. We'll just keep it the way it is. Yep. Okay. So anyway, as I said, this is going to be a habitat for the giant tortoises. And I do plan on putting both the Galapagos and Aldabra, however, whatever the pronunciation is there, in the same habitat. And there's also going to be other things in this little building that I'm building. Yeah, that's not redundant at all, is it? Sorry. Let's see. So here comes the fun part. Because what I want is basically to do this. Okay, let's bring that back in. Rein it in just a touch to, say, there, and then we'll come over this direction. I really should shorten these lengths. Let's say shorten them to 10. There we go. Now they're shortened to 10. Because the tortoises don't really need that much room, and they certainly don't need that much retaining wall to be kept safely kept inside their habitats. Oh, for crying out loud, really? All right. There. Now, is that in between two? That's in between two. You know what? I can work with this. I can work with this. Okay. Australian. All right. Now, how about one? You know what? We're just going to have to live with the fact that the door's in the middle of the wall. We're just going to have to live with it. That's going to be the thing. And just to make it balanced, even though there's not going to be another entrance on this side, we're going to put that frame there too. So let's check on staff facilities, because we're going to need staff facilities. I'm not going to bother building them this time. I'm just going to use blueprints. What's this got? This has it's a staff building. Oh, it's literally a staff building. It's a staff room. Staff area. Large desert staff area. Power, water, vet, research center, workshop, keeper hut, and staff center. I think the only thing it doesn't have is one of the trading rooms, but you know what? That's okay too. So let's look at it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Are the doors all on the outside? The doors are all on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to make use of this particular blueprint. Are they all on the outside? Yes, I'm going to make use of this particular blueprint unless I find a different one. I don't know. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this one is weird and offset. Okay, that includes all of them. I was looking for something all-inclusive, but if we don't have something that's all-inclusive, like this, I'll just make use of this. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. What do we got over here? You know what? Might have worked better if I'd turned it around, but that's okay. That's okay. We will deal. I just needed the staff center. That's all. Okay, whatever. I'm going to figure it out. Because if all else fails, I'll just do this. Hold on. This is the one I was looking at originally. So, let me go ahead and make use of it. All right. Sorry about that. I'm constantly banging my microphone. And I did it there, too. It's a bit of a long haul to the main path, but that's okay. It keeps it away from the guests. And I do believe that they did say that it did not include a trading center, so I need to put one of those in. Okay, no. Staff and Trade Center. This will work. All right, now we're going to need some people. Let's get one of those. And let's get one of those. And let's get one of those. Might as well get one of those. And, do we need an educator? Sure, let's get an educator. All right. Now, let's look at the animals. What do we want is the Aldabra giant tortoise and the Galapagos giant tortoise. So, for the Aldabra, she's a likely looking specimen, so let's go ahead and get her. And then we will also get him. Now for the Galapagos, let's do him and her. Okay. So, we open up the trading center, and here we have, well, let's just select all of them. Send to zoo, right there. Now, you may be asking yourself, or you may be asking me while watching this, but Jack, don't these species have different environmental needs? And the answer to that is yes, of course they do. But you know what? It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It's just not. Don't worry about it. You know what? I'm not going to use the Australian roof. The Australian roof is a nice one, but I'm not going to use it. What I'm going to use, I think, is instead is just the standard, well, for right now I'm going to use the glass. Like this. I'm going to put it about here, but only above the turtles. Okay, let's see which turtles. Let's see which turtle we got first. We got two of them, and they're doing that weird thing. And these are the Galapagos. Yeah, they're both Galapagos. Okay, so these animals are not really going to need hard shelter, but I'm going to give it to them anyway. The reason why they're not going to need hard shelter is, of course, because they're going to be inside a building. And, you know, what do they need? What do they need a shelter for if they're inside a building? But nevertheless, I'm going to give them a shelter. It's not going to be that big, though. Thought about doing that, but no. Here's what we're going to do. Theme is Australia. Australia, Australia, Australia. And we're going to do this. Oh, we've already got people, so let's put it on pause.